Good morning. You are listening to Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. I am so excited to be back in the hot seat. Well, my hot seat, not back in the studio, but back doing our quarantine Corona shows from my house in Long Island. I'm very thrilled to be able to have this opportunity with Nachum and Miriam to be doing the shows, continuing our shows through this crazy Corona situation. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Naomi Nachman, and I love food. I love shopping for it, cooking it, eating at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a personal chef. My business is called the Aussie Gourmet. Anytime you don't want to cook, you can give me a call. I give cooking classes, I run chop competitions, and most of all, I wrote 2 cookbooks, Perfect for Pesach and Perfect Flavors. Actually, Perfect Flavors is about to have its 2nd birthday, so big celebrations going on in the next couple of weeks with the books, and we've got special offers for all our listeners. Okay, so I want to hear about your experiences too. So you can email me, naomi@nachumsiegel.com, and I'd love to hear from you. I want to hear what you made, where you ate. I know things are very different right now. People are not getting out and about as much, but anything that you've made in the kitchen, any really cool foods over Yontif, I'd love to hear about it. We have a great lineup today. I have my very good friend Moshe Schonfeld joining us from the multiple generations
of Aussie's
Fish, right? He is generation number 3 joining us today, right here in the home studio today. And I also have... Oh, my pleasure. I'm thrilled. We finally got you down here, right? And Rabbi Hannah, he is a cookbook author. He's been a Chopped on Food Network participant, contestant, I should say, and he's a Chabad rabbi. He's amazing. Really excited to be talking to him as well today too. He came all the way from upstate, so we're looking forward to. We're giving him a few minutes to rest, catch his breath, and then we'll bring him on the air. But meanwhile, Moshe, how are you doing?
Thank God.
It's been busy, right?
It's been busy. It's been an interesting run the last few months.
It's been absolutely madness, right?
Yeah, like totally different.
How talking about Corona and how I had to pivot Table for Two. Like first, I think in March was the last, and February was our last show in the studio, and then kind of like after Pesach, I'm like, I miss going into the studio. I asked Nachum if I could do Zoom radio show, and we did a few, and then kind of went off air for the summer, and now we're doing them from the house. Like, we just keep pivoting.
Right. It's definitely been a tremendous learning experience, like the entire business, and not only that, like the way that like we approach everything has been totally different than when it was 6 months ago. Every few months, every few weeks, we're changing because the entire business, the entire industry is changing.
How give us a big example, like the biggest example of how things have changed.
Well, no one goes into the store anymore.
Right. Do you see a drop? We both, Moshe and I both live in the 5 towns. How do you, they're in Gomeglat. I live in Gomeglat. Everybody knows I'm always shopping Gomeglat. How have you seen the foot traffic change?
So in the beginning, like Purim, after Purim was Mamish Meshiga. The stores were packed. It was crazy. There was people thought there was like a war coming and shelves were being cleared out and you couldn't get stock or anything. And then Pesach hit. And after Pesach, the store was dead. I'm talking dead. Like you could go bowling in the store.
Right.
Like for weeks until the summer came. Like it was mind-boggling.
And they were doing a lot of takeout deliveries, right?
So we had to quickly adapt because we had to make sure that not only that we'd be able to stay in business, but we'd be able to keep all our employees, which was right. when Corona hit, that was the most important thing for us. We sat down, we said, whatever happens, we need to take care of our employees and we need to figure out how to do it. So we decided we're going to do deliveries, and even if we don't make money on them, at least we'll be able to keep the business afloat and not fire anybody or get rid of anybody. And Baruch Hashem, that was our biggest concern, and thank God we didn't have to reduce anybody's hours or anything. We were able to keep everybody.
That's huge because so many people.
It's a lot of we have a lot of frum guys working for us. We have a lot of not Jewish people either.
And they're fabulous. Tons of people. Mario has been with you for how many years?
Well, 20? Today is my grandfather's yard site, so it's 20 years, and he started right before that, so it's over 20 years.
He knew your grandfather.
He knew my grandfather, yeah.
Today's the 20th yard side of your grandfather?
Today is the 20th yard side.
Wow, so the Shama should have an aliyah. We can have a little shot of whiskey afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I never got the honor to meet your grandfather, but I only met your dad and your mum after we both moved to the 5 towns. But everyone talks still about the Aussies restaurant.
Yes, I grew up with it. I mean, it was legendary.
Legendary, but like, look, I don't know how many years ago it closed. 20? Did it close after
It closed after he died, so I'd say like probably like 15, 16 years ago. No, I remember it. No, I can't be that long. Maybe
because I've been out here for 17 years. I don't think it was still going.
I'd about probably 17, 18 years ago, probably around that long. It was before its time. I mean, there was like no high-end restaurants in Borough Park.
Dairy.
Like Big Fleischigs was like the hottest thing back then. Like there was no high-end restaurants, especially dairy, in Borough Park. But like I think, I don't know, maybe if we would do it again, it would be, home run. Grand slam.
Run, right? But you know what people always talk about? The salmon chowder.
Yeah, I have the recipe.
Okay, good. Maybe we'll make it up on the show one day. We'll cook it up for everyone.
Okay.
Okay, great. So business has pivoted. You did a lot of home delivery. So people would like text the orders.
So
you would deliver it.
Yeah.
In this 5 towns and a little bit beyond also.
Right. So we would do orders through WhatsApp. We still do them. It went down a little bit because people are back in the store.
Yay.
People like to pick out their food and everything. Like this whole thing with Amazon doing food deliveries.
Yeah.
I think they still have a tough run. I think people still want to see their fruits and vegetables.
Yes,
I think they want to pick out their
time
meat
with that.
and their fish. Like, okay, it's fine. I could order breadcrumbs on Amazon, but like, it's tough to like pick out like produce and vegetables.
Right.
So people like quickly adapted to that, and then they quickly went back very
Right.
quickly. And I'd say 90% of the people are ready to come back in the store, which is interesting. But we do deliveries now to Great Neck, West Hempstead, Oceanside, Teaneck and Muncie on occasion. So, but mostly in the 5 towns.
Okay, and if you do, besides having the fish products, the actual fish, you do have some dry goods that you sell that are branded by you, such as the spices.
Right.
Can people order those and have them mailed? Can they order them on Amazon?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, but I know that was a thing. Let's make this a thing.
We did do an Amazon, but I sell fish. I don't know how to do Amazon. I don't know. Maybe somebody wants to reach out to me and help me out.
But can I say, you should know that I have one of my followers from Instagram, comes out special to you to buy fish.
Yes. I don't know her name, but she comes every week. She comes every week. She buys the same thing every week, and she's a great customer.
Yeah, she's great.
Awesome. She's like, I'm Naomi's friend. She walks into the store every week.
I know her from Instagram.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
Into the studio, the home studio. Shlomi Klein from Fleischigs just walked in. Can Shlomi stick your head in the camera? Am I allowed? Yeah, we allow. I don't know if you have a microphone. Shlomi Klein of Fleischigs magazine has come by. To say hello, so say hi.
I came to get some Gravlax.
We're going to eat some of these amazing products soon. So, okay, how's it going, Shlomi? Working on the next issue? Okay, everyone, make sure you up subscribing to Fleischigs magazine, fleischigs.com. Swipe up here to...
Hanukkah issue is actually going to have some kind of like...
Hanukkah issue, can they hear him?
Herring, lox, board going on with all the stuff you eat on the table.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Sent it over yesterday.
I'm sorry, we're also friends with Fleischigs.
Oh, okay, but I think I'm the shidduch, right? So
you can get shadchanas.
I have shadchanas.
Okay.
I have my shadchanas. Okay, so very exciting times going on. So you besides selling just fresh fish, and let's talk about fresh fish for a second, and then we're going to move on to these delicious looking platters that you have here.
Okay.
People are always nervous about buying fish,
Okay.
How fresh is it? When did you go pick it? Walk us through the process of how it goes from the ocean to gourmet glatt.
Okay, fine. That's a loaded question, but let's go for it.
You can break it down in small steps. You can break it down.
So the fish, let's talk farm fish. Let's say salmon is usually farmed in pens. There is cheaper varieties out there. We don't buy them. We buy very sustainable fish, very good, high quality fish. It's farmed in Scotland, Norway, Canada. There are other places that do it also. They get processed there, meaning they get gutted and cleaned, and then they're shipped whole straight to New York. And then we pick them up, we bring them to our store, and we fillet it in store. Now, one quick point, if you're listening very carefully, we buy whole fish. We do not buy filleted fish. You understand the difference?
Yes.
The difference is that if I'm going to have my fish filleted in another country or another source, that takes 3 more days to get to me. By the fact that I only buy whole fish, my fish is 3 days fresher than anybody else's fish, unless they're doing the same thing as me. You understand the difference?
Yeah, because once you start cutting it up, and it also breaks down faster.
Right, it breaks down. The oxygen hits it, and the bacteria hits it. It's not good for the fish. If you buy whole chicken versus chicken cutlets, the chicken cutlets will go bad faster than the whole chicken.
Correct.
Same thing we do by us, and that is like key. That is like number one. That is the most important thing we do, is to buy whole fish all the time, as much as we can. This way, we get the fish as fast as we can from farm or from the ocean to the customer.
I love
that. That is what literally changes the difference.
That's why your fish is excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent quality. Now, if one was to buy a whole fish, right, aren't there 3 things that we have to know about, like people say, oh, it smells, or
so
like
the way to check a whole fish is 3 very easy things. Is you check the gills. You open the gills if they're red. If there are no gills in there, which is possible that they were removed already, you only have to check. I mean, if it smells, don't buy it.
Yeah.
But check the shine. Like, make sure it's nice and shiny and bright and firm. And the eyes. You don't want, like, whited out eyes. Like, you want nice, bright. I should have brushed you over.
Clear eyes. You want
clear eyes,
No,
shiny, bright, firm fish. Like, it should look like it came out of the ocean. It shouldn't look like it's been sitting in that counter for 4 days, dried out. It should not look like that.
Okay. It should look like it was freshly. And you do sell wild caught, right?
So we do sell a lot of wild caught. We don't sell wild caught salmon, but we do sell tremendous amount of wild caught fish: sea bass, halibut, Nile perch, gray sole, flounders, whitefish.
And
tons.
they're all local, or
no, they're from all over the world. They're from literally a lot of the wild fish is from the United States, but they're really from all over the world.
What would be a local fish?
Well, first of all, I have salmon from Australia.
Oh, well, there you go. That's local enough for me. The fish can go there. I can't now.
What's the most local fish that you could buy? So we do have relationships with tuna fishermen off Long Island, and we do get tuna from them. And flounders. Flounders are local. Black bass. That's about as local as you can get. But there are other local items. Cod is from Boston and
that's
from
local.
Maine. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I was just in Boston and Maine.
So my kids are not in school now because this whatever, de Blasio, whatever.
Yeah. Say no more. We know what you mean. Nor is ZK's kids.
Yeah, we're not going to bring politics into this, but
no, never.
But if they don't have school, we're going on a road trip.
Okay, do you want me to help plan the road trip for you?
We're just copying your plan.
Okay, it was amazing. Can I just tell you, New Hampshire and Maine are green states also, by the way.
Okay.
Which means you can go and not quarantine. As of today, when we're
right, you have
doing
to go
the show.
Through New York to New Hampshire to Maine, right?
Yeah, you go through 6 states. You go Connecticut, Rhode Island.
Right.
We put Massachusetts.
Right.
Massachusetts. Then
Vermont.
Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and to Maine. We were in 6 states in one day. That's a record for me, by the way.
That's a lot.
It was unreal. I'll give our itinerary a big shout out, and I meant to actually do it. I have it here on my notes to give Rachel from Plan It For You a massive shout out, who helped us plan our trip. It was amazing. Going hiking in New Hampshire at this time of the year is unreal.
So we're not going hiking.
No, it's an easy walk. Your kids can take you. You can push the little one in the pram.
Okay, fine.
I mean, there are some steps, but if you have one of those baby kangaroo things.
I know what you're talking about.
You know, the baby holders, like a knapsack for the babies.
Yeah.
Backpack for babies. You can take. It was a stroll. It was called Flume Gorge in New Hampshire. Magnificent.
All right, we'll check it out.
So, guys, this time of the year.
It's beautiful up there.
It's magnificent, and we went to this fish market, Chatham Fish Market. Wow. We looked around there, small but such fresh fish, and the whole area it's mind blowing. I love it. I love that trip. I mean, I love any trip, but this was a very cool one.
Okay, good to know.
So good. All right. So we've spoken about the fish. Let's talk about some of these and try some of these delicious. ZK, need a time check. Okay, ZK has my clock today. In the studio on the switchboard, the engineering board, there's a clock that I can see how long the show takes. Because I could talk to you for an hour and then forget that I've got another
Well, I can
guest.
say as long as you want. People won't get their orders. It's fine.
That's okay. They'll wait a little bit. I know they're listening to this on Friday morning. People want their orders, right?
Yeah.
You should know that I they come pretty quickly, and it's not because I know Moishi. I would text him my order, and then within...
Right, I don't see the text. They don't go to me, so it's like there's no special treatment over here.
I text him my order, and seriously, like, it comes right away.
Yeah, like within an hour usually.
Within
hour
an hour.
to 2 hours. Yeah.
And it's amazing. It comes straight from the store, even on ice, and it's not,
Right.
Okay, so, oh boy, 14 minutes down. In. Okay, fantastic. Okay, we need big writing. Okay. Yeah, we'll get some paper. All right, thank you. All right, Moshe, let's try some of these fish.
Okay.
Fish platters. Fishes. Okay.
You have a fork?
I have a fork. I got forks.
Okay.
And we have these gorgeous plates, by the way. A shout out to Posh Settings, poshsettings.com. I bought all my paper goods from them for Yontif, and they were amazing. They had really cool stuff. So if you're looking for paper goods, and actually if you mention Naomi in the checkout, you get 10% off. I'm just throwing that in there for all our Nachum Siegel listeners. Okay. Ooh.
So
Okay.
this is Naomi's favorite because she likes the salmon.
I like the salmon. But sometimes it's reversed where there's the salmon on the outside and the tuna on the inside.
Yeah, but you wanted it really early this morning, so.
Yeah, I did. And like today's Wednesday morning, and I told Moishi, like, remember to bring all the stuff, and he knew to bring my favorites to show everyone. Okay. What have we got here?
So,
If you are watching on our YouTube channel on Nachum Siegel Net, make sure that you are following along. If you are listening, try. I have tongs as well here. We're going to cook and fry.
okay, what do you want?
All right,
So this is our seared platter, seared tuna and seared salmon.
look at that. Okay, is this not stunning? Can they see that?
Yeah.
Shall I put it back?
Yeah, it's fine.
This is stunning.
Okay.
We eat this every Shabbos. Every Erev Shabbos in the summer, we were eating this Erev Shabbos as our Erev Shabbos dinner.
Well, that's definitely a great Erev Shabbos Tomei. That's
right,
awesome.
Tameh, right?
Yeah.
This is Erev Shabbos Tameh.
So now Shal this is early, like people,
So now, right, so once things flipped around,
Yeah.
we were eating this Shal Shidduch.
Yeah, for sure.
Once it got like right before Rosh Hashanah. Okay, so I had some more forks here, bud. Here, I'll put one of each on my plate. Look at this. And what's this sauce? Tell me about
This
the sauce.
is a light sweet sauce. It's something that we make in the store. You can't buy it anywhere. I mean, you can buy it from us, but it's specially made.
You make this?
We make it in the store.
Oh, very nice. I
Yeah.
actually didn't know that. Can you
well-
buy a bottle of this?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Good
Yeah.
to know.
It's called light sweet sauce.
Okay.
There's a little sesame oil in there.
Maybe
It's
I
really
should
good.
ask Rabbi
Hecht.
Hecht to join us at this point.
Sure.
Rabbi Hecht, do you like fish? We have to find him. Do you eat fish, Rabbi? Should we have? Oh, we're gonna reel in Rabbi Hecht. Hi, Rabbi Hecht.
Helicopter.
Okay, Rabbi Hecht.
If you want me to have one, I'll have one. Sure.
Okay, so here, let's make him a platter too.
All right, let's make you a plate. Okay, so I'll tell everybody
Rabbi
what we have
Hecht
here.
is joining us, and then he'll have his own segment. But I figured, like, why not give him a little bit of a try of our fish?
My question to you is, did you catch this off the Long Island Sound? Or?
There's no salmon off the Long Island.
There is
Sound.
tuna. There's tuna. You know.
I go every morning, yeah.
Well, I think our friend
Salmon, the closest place you
Shlomi
get.
Klein goes fishing.
Yes, Shlomi, when are we going
You're
fishing?
supposed to come tuna fishing with me, but
Yeah, but Shlomi is too busy catching rainbow trout. I don't know if can you smoke rainbow trout or.
You can definitely smoke rainbow trout.
Oh.
Why not? It's got
Okay.
a decent
I love
fat
listening to
content.
these boys chat.
yes, we do smoke rainbow trout.
Okay.
Well, that's what they have up there by you.
Do
Wait.
you hot smoke rainbow trout or you could do a cold smoke?
And,
could do either one,
and wait,
sure.
wait, stop. Let's break it down for our listeners. What is hot and cold smoked trout? I don't even know.
So it's different temperatures of smoking, and they're
forks.
gonna basically I'm gonna say this. They will produce a different product. A cold smoke will produce more of a product that's what you're more used to, like on salmon. That's right, on lox, like smoked salmon, like that. What's the word? I don't know. Slippery? Not whatever. That like very flexible, like kind of like this type of texture. Oh, wow.
Oh, we're having this is a nice surprise.
We're going to see if Ozzy's next week will carry
What is
some
that?
jalapeno. The rabbi's heat, they call it in Rhinebeck.
Wow.
Or we can put it on top of your salmon.
Let's go for
Yeah.
it.
We'll see.
Wait. Yeah, that'll do. They're fleshik, and this is
So
parv.
the Jewish hot smoked food is sable, right?
Yeah, it's yeah.
which is black cod, hot smoke.
Black cod.
And the Jewish cold
the
smoke
fleishik
is lax.
fork.
Yes.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
All right.
Not milchik. I don't know.
The
If
non-Jews
you might put
call
on
it
a
something
chavis
else.
roll, cutlery, I don't know.
All right. Kalim.
Kalim.
Yeah.
We'll call OU. We'll find that if we can.
Okay. I've got a rabbi in the house.
Oh, okay, good.
Do you?
Yeah.
If not Shlomi...
Him and Tzvi.
Oh,
And Shlomi.
And Shlomi Klein will give us...
Okay. All right. So try the Gravlax.
I
Did
know
you
it's
try?
like
That's the pink
This
one.
is with beets on it?
Baruch Tamam Shakal
What's the
Amen.
purple? Is that beets?
So
Shlomi,
it's
come and
cured with
take.
beets
Yeah,
and
beets.
salt and sugar and
Amen.
a few other spices. It's very, very solid. Takes a few days to make. What do you think about it, Rabbi?
It's delicious, sliced very nice. Let me ask you a question.
Rabbi. Rabbi ZK.
Oh.
Do you want to have fish? He'll have after the show. He's got to engineer. Okay.
I thought he's been eating the whole time. That's why.
No, not yet. Did you have a question for Moshe?
What?
And this is seared.
What is
this
this?
seared salmon?
That's
One at a time.
seared Cajun salmon with whatever you put on top of it will probably really round
Try
it
it out.
So wait, stop. I have questions about the heat. I'm an Ashkenazi girl on all sides. I do not love heat, but
Then
I like
it's
a little heat. A little heat.
It's not for her then?
It's
it-
not so hot. The truth is,
is it-
these
it's
peppers are
parv?
from my garden.
Parf? Because I have coffee in here with me.
It's actually cut with milchik,
Okay.
So this,
so you could have it with your coffee.
this
Okay.
That's milk.
And also, when you have milk after something hot, it cools you down. Like
You can, yeah, but if you don't like hot, never drink white wine with heat. It intensifies the heat.
White wine
Yeah.
more than red.
Absolutely, that's the
There
beauty
you
of-
go. Did you know, guys? Know
I
that?
don't drink
Shlomi
wine.
learned something new too.
Shlomi,
Okay,
did you know
Wait,
that?
Shlomi should know.
It's going to go in Flesh's
What's
magazine.
this green one?
This is a pesto butter, which is also milchik.
Okay, terrific. So let's
Whoa.
get rid of the fleishik kalim.
The heat's nice. These peppers are from my garden.
Wow.
Okay.
But I have to say that
So
this,
feisty
The left
garden.
side- on this side
this
is
year I
cutlery.
didn't do any gardening. My kids did everything, so I officially retired.
It's a feisty
I
garden.
just go there with a chair and a book, and I just do unionized supervision and let them do whatever they do. But some of the
So what is this one here?
This
We're going to get
is
some milchik.
a fancy
Mexican.
Nova salad.
Okay, now we have milchik stuff.
It's a fancy Nova salad.
Fancy Nova.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called the Regis.
This is what you were originally calling ceviche.
No, that's not ceviche. No.
well, ceviche is
It's cured in citrus.
that is
yeah.
made. That's made with smoked salmon.
You
That's
can't.
made-
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If you use ceviche on the, it will affect the color.
Yeah.
That's why
Right,
it's always used
so
with the white
it's-
flesh.
I've never been able to make ceviche
To
that's stored that I could sell for a few days because it breaks down after a few
So
hours.
you have to have it made fresh. Like people
Absolutely.
can order it fresh.
Right. So
Like
yeah.
in Panama, they make it fresh for you on the spot.
Yeah, Panama's big into ceviche. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's from
Anywhere
originates from there.
south of the border.
I went fishing in Panama with the fishers. So one of the things I do when I travel, I always go to the local fish market. So in Panama, they have a beautiful fish market right in the ocean. You go there, the fish is unbelievable. It's one of the best in the world.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Can we just give a little shout out to? Shlomi has to leave, and he just
guys
got
got to check this out. You guys got to check this out.
This is Shlomi's brand new spice, or Fleishik's magazine's brand new spice. It's called Unprecedented. I see. I can't read it because I don't have glasses on.
Unprecedented time, that's a good name.
Unprecedented time. It is absolutely magnificent on veal. I made this on veal twice already. But really, anything
How's
is
it on
really
fish?
great. Smell it. Oh, it's probably closed.
On salmon was great.
Awesome.
We just sent out some recipes.
Okay, fantastic. I can give you one too.
Who puts together the spices?
That's Shifra, my wife.
Wow, fantastic.
Is it closed?
Can I
So
open
we had
it?
to take advantage. It's
Wait, can
unprecedented times. We had to.
come up with.
Oh, wow.
It's very good.
Strong coriander I can smell.
Listen,
Let's see. Thyme, sumac, cumin.
Chopped.
Coriander I smelled.
We haven't even gotten to him yet. Can I ask?
That'll be next week's show.
Can we talk about this? How so maybe some of my followers can get this? How does we?
Unprecedentedtime.com.
It's not
It says
through Fleischiks.
fleischigs.com/spices.
What?
There is a link on our site.
If you go to fleischiks.com
/spices.
/spices,
That's what it says.
you can get your own one of these for your cooking delight. Who is this for? You, right? That's yours.
She wants to try it.
I will try it on salmon, and we will put it on Asa's
This would be
Instagram.
nice on fish, actually.
There goes, there goes.
Yeah. It's a good blend.
Okay, everyone's very excited for you.
You don't
Nope.
put salt in?
It has salt.
There's a little
So
salt?
I want to try one of your jalapeno. Oh, no, maybe I'll try this. We're going to try the butter dip.
That's made with real butter?
Real butter, yeah.
Real butter.
Real French butter.
Real French butter.
Really?
Okay. And should I have it on one of the fish?
I've never eaten it on fish because I don't eat fish and dairy together.
Are you Sephardic?
No,
No.
it's
No, I'm not Sephardic.
Is
but,
that Chabad Minhag? Because it's Sephardic. They're doing
it
fish
is
and dairy.
Sephardic, that's correct.
It's very much. I only heard about by Sephardim. Okay.
Well, we pay tribute to all our Jewish brethren.
I love it. Okay.
Looks good.
But you're not going to try the heat?
I'm scared.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm on air. Somebody once told me.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad.
It is
Okay,
really not so
funny
bad.
story. Ellie Rosenfeld from Joseph Jacob Agency came on my show with all these new products, and he had horseradish flavored crackers. He goes, "You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it." I'm like, "I hate horseradish." He goes, "No, this you're gonna love." I put it in my mouth and I spat it out on camera. It was awful. I hate horseradish.
All right.
Okay, so
I think you said you're Ashkenazic.
yeah, but I don't like horseradish.
That's it.
Good?
Oh my god, that is so good together. Oh my god,
Let me try.
that's really good.
Let me try.
Well, I'm not going to try it, so.
It's like a
Yeah,
creamy
we don't need you to
sauce.
try it. We'll try it for you.
Your tuna is spectacular.
Thank you very much.
Really delicious.
It is unreal.
Yeah.
High praise. He's in like a.
I heard he was on Chopped.
He was on Chop. We're going to talk to him. What's my time frame? You can just say it, CK.
We're 26 minutes in.
So almost halfway. Okay, that's good. All right. So
Oh,
just,
wow.
can we just cook up
That's solid.
some
Yes.
crab?
Yes. So you want me to cook for you?
Yeah, we're going to make Moshe cook some fish for us.
Okay.
Okay. He's going to
Kosher
stay
crab.
there. We're going to put this over here. We should have probably maybe got this going. Rabbi and I will eat the fish while you cook.
Yeah, yeah.
I like when people cook for me.
Okay. How do you do this?
Yeah. Okay. We have a pot. By the way, my grandmother won me this pot when I was engaged on a bingo game.
Really?
Yeah. I
She
had
was
all
a good
these-
bingo player, huh?
She was excellent. She could hardly, like, when you spoke to her, like, she could hardly hear you and she walked slowly. But when she would win her prize, she would yell out, bingo, and run to get her prize. So we don't understand what she really, we think she heard us more than what she did because she could win her prizes.
Try the jalapeno, they're not so hot.
Okay.
You can have
I trust you.
They're
Yeah.
not. They're really
Not
not.
that hot.
Okay.
Okay. So we
So
are
I'm gonna
going to
go.
make for you today.
So what should I put it on, by the way? I'm trying one of Rabbi's jalapenos. But should I put it on a piece of fish?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Give me that
Only
plate
one
over there.
slice.
Only one slice. Okay.
See what happens.
I'm going to put it on. I have my milk handy, not my white wine. Okay.
Do you have a glove or something?
Like what?
Like a glove. Oh, we could use that. Okay.
Only I'm eating it.
Okay, fine.
Didn't kill you. You didn't spit it out.
No, it didn't kill me.
Okay.
It's definitely not as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Let me get that plate.
The truth is that it's the end of the season. It's the heat of the summer that really.
Makes them hot.
Yeah.
Is that how it
That
works?
was actually delicious.
So,
I had no idea it worked that way.
well, you're spreading it for us right on the spot.
So I'm
He's
going to
making
show
us
you how to
fresh.
make.
Move these things out of the way so I can see.
Okay, okay. Okay, are we ready to roll?
Ready to roll.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I'm telling you, nobody ever cooks for me.
So, I will cook for you.
Okay, cook for me. Good.
All right, so these are our light crab cakes, mock crab cakes, not real crab cakes.
What's it made
Because
with
then the
instead
rabbi
of-
would have
Yes.
lots of issues.
It's not
with
made
what's
out
going
of crab because
No,
we are kosher. What is
It's
it made
out
of?
of surimi, and there are other ingredients in it.
What is surimi?
Surimi is a mock crab. It's
Which
mock
is
crab,
what
which
fish?
is made from pollock. It's a
Pollock.
wild caught fish. It's made from pollock.
So when you see those in sushi or in the supermarket freezer or by the Aussies counter,
So it's the same thing.
it's that pink stripe,
Yeah, with the that
orange.
thing. So we're gonna make you mock crab. So the way that first of all you can buy these in the store, put them on a grill pan or in your toaster oven. My wife throws them in the toaster oven. They're
Oh, really?
good.
I grill them.
I never knew you could do that, which is really cool. I get them for supper like 4 times a week.
Really? He has to eat his own profits.
Yeah.
Oh, daughter Gubby's just come in. Hi, Gubby.
Hi, it smells good, so I had to see what was
Yeah, Gubby comes down and watches my stories and from her room and she goes, I see what you're having. Why didn't you tell everyone on the family chat to come down for lunch?
So she's happy with the COVID.
Yeah, she's
layout,
happy to be working from home. She's a graphic artist working from home. Okay,
wow.
you can have some of this for lunch.
Sounds good. I'm excited.
Okay, we're having a party right here in Woodmere.
So you could just throw these on a pan, throw them in a toaster oven, and that's like traditionally how people make them.
Okay.
But once I was playing around, and I came up with these guys, and we don't stop. So basically, you just take them and you reshape them into a bowl, which is really cool. I like taking my own products and repurposing them to other things, and then you just bread them. That's it. Literally, that's it.
And that's panko?
No, it's regular, good old Jason breadcrumbs.
Can I just say, I love
Seasoned? No.
No.
plain, but can I just say a
just gives
shout
a
out to
little crunch.
panko. Panko crumbs it's a
Yes,
Japanese
it
bread crumb.
definitely
It's like
takes
a
it up to the next notch.
fat crumb. It's crispy.
Jason's also makes panko crumbs also.
They
Oh,
do,
really?
yes.
Oh, so does Geffen?
Are they
Yes,
a
and
sponsor?
Geffen.
Are they a
and-
sponsor? Only Geffen.
Yes, yes. Gabby, the orange. Yeah, she
Isn't-
knows what I know. I mean.
Isn't this distributed by Geffen?
Try them.
Yes, this is distributed by Geffen.
Oh, it is?
Distributed by Manischewitz, which is now
Geffen.
Kedem, Geffen,
Keiko.
Keiko,
Keiko,
Kedem,
woo!
everything.
Okay, kosher.com.
Okay,
All right.
but we gotta wait for this to get hot.
No, is that what you just bought? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Just put up with that stuff there. Beauty. Everyone's helping me today.
1 second.
People are cooking for me. My daughter's shopping for me. Fantastic. Right? ZK is in heaven.
That's good?
Right.
That is like the hottest thing right now, by the way. Like, we took herring platters, put them on the side. We took beef jerky, we put them on the side. It's Gravlax now. Cured
Right.
salmon. That's it. You're throwing down a kiddish for your 3 guests at home during Corona. You gotta have
The
that.
problem is Gravlax, they can make at home. Don't
They can't
promote
make
it.
my Gravlax at
Now,
all.
I have to say, it is different. I make Gravlax all the time, and his is definitely a little bit different. And I meet a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh, I love the Aussies Gravlax," and I'm like, "I'm so happy." I said, you can also make it, and they're like, "No." Some people really just don't want it.
When you make it, how long do you cure it for?
48 hours.
We do it, for 2-3 days. Depends on the size.
And you use sugar and salt
Yes.
And pepper,
How do
and
you?
pepper when you cure
white
it.
pepper.
There's no pepper, no.
I do it.
You don't
I
use
do.
pepper?
No.
I do a maple syrup and black pepper.
Yeah, I read it in
But
your
that's
book.
that's
I read your
that's for
Gravlax.
Gravlax.
I don't think so. I have Gravlax in the book. I don't think so.
That is hilarious,
Oh my God.
Rabbi.
Oh, I thought-
Rabbi.
Oh yeah.
I'm
That's very
90% sure
bad.
because I was trying to figure out Gravlax.
I don't believe it. Look at that. I'm thinking I make it pretty
Wait,
often.
Can I just say something? I also get surprised. I have 2 books, and I'm like, I have that in my book.
All right. In that case,
You forget sometimes, but then, of course I do.
No, it's because from when you actually put them together.
It
Until-
takes
yeah.
it takes years. Yes. Now I know everything by heart.
That's it. You just throw them in.
Can we get that in the camera? All right, we have.
I'm making a big mess in your house. By the way, I don't usually cook.
That's okay. We don't mind a mess. I'm very messy. Are you a neat cook?
Well, depending who you ask, me or you ask my wife.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm not neat.
You don't believe in mise en place?
Yeah, I try. Depends on what it's for. If I'm catering, then it's a lot more going on. All right, so while Moishi is frying up those
But
fish,
part of
we're
being
gonna
a
talk-
Hamish cook is that there are 12 different things going on.
Yeah, you have to be flexible.
Kids are walking in, they're eating from the pot you're cooking from, you're working on 3 different things at once.
Right, definitely. I don't talk on the phone when I cook. When I have a cook day, when I'm cooking for clients and that, I do not talk on the phone. I hardly Instagram. I'm just focused on the 12 things going on at once because you can burn food, which means burning your profits, it's really like...
Like what I'm doing right now.
Tell me, a little nice tongue. Where are they from?
Oh, the tongs are wonderful. Thank you. Shlomi likes the tongs from the Kosher Cook. They're great. Happen to love them. I should have them on the show. Good guys.
Oh, they're very helpful in the kitchen.
And also, especially
Did you
because they come in different
sprinkle
colours.
Did you sprinkle some of the
Should we do that?
unprecedented
Should we
thyme
do
on
that?
top?
Let's
Why
do that.
not?
Let's see how it goes. We'll make 2 more.
Mix it in.
Well, this is fun. Okay, and we're going to have some of the sauce. Let's talk to the rabbi. We brought him all the way down. How far was your drive?
Yeah, you guys can talk, and I'll give you the food when it's ready.
Okay, so I'd like to welcome, thank you, Moishi, for joining us. He's going to cook and stay. Rabbi Hecht, how long did it take you to get here this morning?
That's the question you asked?
Yeah. And I just
with the detour or without the detour?
I just want everyone to acknowledge your greatness for coming down here today.
I thank you. I just want to mention that I get called all the time to do Chopped events, and I never do them. As a rule, I don't do them. There was one or two exceptions, and one of the exceptions.
When you and I met.
It was only because you were doing it. They said Naomi Nachman's going to. I said, if that's the case,
and I said, because Rabbi Hecht is going to. Also, it was a good cause. It was a good cause. It was for
Central, yeah.
Central, and it was for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which I believe is actually going on right now in October. So, so that's when we first met. I've been trying, it was 2016, because I scrolled up to our messages when we first started chatting.
You have the same phone since then?
Well, it saves all the messages, except my WhatsApp. I lost every single WhatsApp message because my WhatsApp jammed. So I had to download it and reload it, and I lost every message, every picture of my grandkids, everything
crisis.
gone.
That's a major crisis.
Crisis. But so thank you for joining us today. It was a big trip down for you, Rabbi Hecht.
First of all, and I did not expect this much action. You have Ozzy's here. You have Shlomi Klein from Fleischig.
We always are very, very. Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Shlomi Klein is our production assistant today. Gabi Nachman, ZK is our engineer and producer. This is Rabbi Hecht's first book.
Yes.
First of many.
Who knows what? All I know what's in front of me today.
The minute you put out your first book, everyone goes, is it going to be another one? Shlomi Klein has a lot of magazines coming out a few times a year, so it's like a few books a year. So let's bring it back to the beginning. Were you a cook as a kid? Did you like to cook as a kid?
Actually. See, my parents did not live in Crown Heights. We lived in Brooklyn on a Crown. My father was a rabbi in a non-Chabad community.
That happens in Australia a lot also.
Oh, that's wonderful. But so I used to take get on the city bus, and I used to travel to Flatbush to go to school, and I was far from the most behaved kid in school. I'm still not well behaved.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what make us who we are. It's good.
Yeah. So I would typically on an average day I'd get thrown out of class. If you got thrown out of class at that time, you spent your day in the hallway. But if you spent your day in the hallway, this is pre-video cameras. Today, the principal doesn't have to leave his office because he has video cameras of every classroom, every hallway. So you could not hang out in the hallway because then you get caught by the principal. He'd bring you down to the office and call your parents, and boom. Not that I would come up for a spanking, but great disappointment was definitely on the face of my parents. So I got friendly with Mrs. Krause, who was an older woman. She was the cook in school, and she used to allow me to come into the kitchen and help out in the kitchen, and therefore I never got caught by the principal, and my parents were never called. So you know, if I cooked as a kid, the answer is depends. At home, no, I didn't.
But you ran the school kitchen.
Yeah, I was involved in the school kitchen.
Okay, what was the best lunch you made there?
The thing that what's most vivid in my memory is her making pizza from scratch.
Oh, okay.
Which was interesting, and it's funny because I love making pizza.
Me too. I love it. And I got to say, like these days, a lot of the caterers buy pre-made dough and stuff.
Never.
I love that making pizza from scratch.
First of all, pizza dough is easy.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Yeah, and I just throw them in the fridge for 2-3 days, and then I know I have good pizza.
Right. Why in the fridge?
Because
ferment?
Yeah, you have 2 stages of the dough. One stage is it's rising, and the second stage is fermenting. So the first day is basically the dough is rising. I always do a cold dough, and then for the next day or so it just ferments. And
I am totally going to try that.
Well,
amazing.
You make the dough on the spot?
I make the dough on the spot, let it rise an hour, and then I put it in the pan. So I should put it in the fridge for a few days?
You have to.
Oh, we're all learning something here today.
It's like Gravlax. You put it in the fridge for 2 or 3 days, just put the dough right next to it.
So my regular dough, I can just put in the fridge.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give you one of my books. You gave me one of your books, I'm going to have to give you one. And you'll test my dough out on your...
But you should know, I never follow recipes. I only read recipes for inspiration.
Yeah, me too.
It's very hard to follow.
Okay. But
I'm not good at following. I'm a man. Do I follow directions?
No.
I can't even ask for directions.
He's funny. Okay, so you went from being in the school kitchen. Do you cook at home?
Now?
Yeah.
My wife prefers that I don't.
Because you're messy?
Well, I'm not good at doing dishes. Let's do that way.
Okay, and I'm sure you've got a lot of rabbinical duties that you have to do as well.
No, but the truth is, when it comes to a Shabbos or Yom Tov, I always try to do one dish or participate somehow, because it's my contribution to the preparations of the holiday of Shabbos or whatever it is.
I love that. Let's skip over to Chopped. How did you get into Chopped? And then we're going to go into the book. He was on Food Network's Chopped.
Yes.
He was the first.
Listen.
Well, Eitan Banat was the first Jewish kid with a yarmulke on. You are the first adult, right?
It's hard for me if
You
you
were the
say so. I'm
adult.
trusting
Yes,
you.
I don't think there was anyone else.
I'm
that
not
was
an adult.
He's funny. And then Rachel Goldsall was a winner.
Yeah.
Our Rachel Goldsall. I just saw her the other day. She was our Chopped
And
winner.
recently there was the chef.
And then, of course, Shalom from Humble Toast. He was also, so we have to follow up with Shalom also, get him on the show. But how did you end up on Chopped?
It's not how I ended up. The better question is, why did I compete on
Why
Chopped?
did you compete on Chopped?
So
there you go.
I walked
He
in-
rerouted my
yeah.
question. What a good rabbi.
Yeah. I walked into my mother's home one day. She lives on Eastern Parkway. And she said, I want to show this to you. And she showed me a clip of someone that left the Hasidic tradition and chose a different path in life. And everybody's free to do as they choose. And he competed or had something to do with a food show. And in it, he says, when I was 18 years old and 19 years old, I ate my first cheeseburger. And it opened up my whole eyes to gastronomic flavors and food, and that's when I realized I could begin enjoying food in life. And it enraged me. I said, this is such a lie. It's such a person could keep the highest standards of kashrus and keep the highest levels of kosher and still enjoy and love food and do everything. In fact, that's the famous story in the Gemara. The famous story in the Gemara is Reb Meir's wife. If I quote, it's not Reb Meir. Asks his wife, asks him, I love food. What can I eat that tastes like pork? What can I eat? And he quotes a certain fish. What can I eat that tastes like milk and meat? So he says the chal, the udder of the cow, you'll have the flavor of milk and meat. I'm sorry, I said milk and fish, milk and meat. So I said, hey, I am going to. I don't know how. But I'm going to get the opportunity to make sure to dispel what he did. So that was the reason why I wanted. I mean, it wasn't necessarily Chopped, but that's why when I decided I'm going to get to the Food Network and I'm going to make sure that to as the influence that he had, I'm going to do it for the positive.
Amazing. We watched your show. You made it all the way to the end, right?
I felt that I was the winner. I didn't leave with the.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't leave with the title.
You were the winner. You were the winner.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Was it a great experience?
It was a fantastic experience. It was
There's a lot of things you can't share with us, right? Didn't you sign a contract that you can't share?
You think I read the fine print? I was busy in the kitchen during school. I didn't learn the.
Right. How long did it take to make the 1 hour episode? 2 days, right?
No, you get there basically 5:30 in the morning, and I left at 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, it's 1 day.
Yeah, but it was exhausting. You're on your feet the whole time, and they're moving you from room to room as they reset up everything, and they don't want you to see anything, so they make you walk backwards and frontwards, and they're scared you'll see the secret ingredient to it.
Can I ask one question?
It's ready? Let's go. Let's eat.
How did you do a chop competition without tasting anything?
I didn't taste anything.
How do you do that?
So that was a great
I watch
question.
these competitions and they're like, this butter's so good.
It's interesting to
Eitan
note
also had
the negative they said was that it's lacking salt. That's one thing you can't see. Salt is only by taste. You don't know if there's salt in a dish or not in this. So it's interesting that I did get hurt by the not. I don't feel like.
But didn't one of the other ladies taste for you?
Yeah. Well, I offered it a taste, and
Okay.
what are we going to say the truth on air? No.
Well, she was your competition.
Didn't you get the priest to taste for you?
I don't know what she was, but
It was the show was at 3 parochial, is that the right word?
Four.
Clergy, thank you, Shlomi. 3 clergy people.
Why doesn't Shlomi sit down? I don't understand
offered
what's
him.
going on over here.
I came to the viewing party.
Yeah, this is Shlomi's our live studio audience today.
It makes it easier to talk when you have an audience to talk to.
Right.
I don't know,
Get your
Shlomi
son up here.
give Shlomi headphones.
School
That's it.
pair. Wait, there was you, a priest, and
A nun.
a nun,
And a pastor.
and a pastor. The 3 of you, 4 of you?
4 of us.
4 of you. Okay, fantastic.
The truth is that everybody was very nice. Everybody was very, very respectful. And the show went out of their way to accommodate. But I'm told
like what?
Whatever. I told them beforehand. I'm not even though halachically you're making an argument that you could cook something that's treif. I'm not going to cook it. Obviously, I can't cook milk and meat, and I went through the different things that I can or can't do, and they accommodated everything.
It was.
I mean, they didn't. I was told recently allowed them to kasher the kitchen.
So Rachel Goldel had a kasher kitchen. Her
Yes,
set was kosher. Oh, I'd love to have everyone together in a room. The four, like Shalom and you and Eitan and Rachel.
Only if Shlomi Klein is there.
Yeah. Okay. You've got something for us to eat, Moshe.
Right. So this is
So we'll eat it one at a time, and then I want to hear all about your amazing book.
Secondary. The food first.
A Kabbalah of food. I love it. Okay, what are we eating?
So these are the regular ones without any spice in the breadcrumbs, and these are with unprecedented time in them.
I'm going to taste the one with
Shlomo-
unprecedented
I know,
time.
I'm going to have one of each.
Okay.
Can we just talk
And
for
it's a
second? And you gotta
shahakal, it's a
dip it.
mezainis.
It's I think a shahakal. We don't overload it with breadcrumbs.
No, but you just rolled it in breadcrumbs.
Did you
Yeah,
roll
but
it in
it's,
breadcrumbs with the?
The ikar is still the fish.
I think the ikar is still the fish.
Okay.
And it's not.
I love that we have a little shiur going on
That's
here.
it.
This
Baruch
is
atah
great.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam shakal le'odvarei.
Amen. Okay, someone has to talk.
We can't.
Wait, chew.
Is it good? You can nod your head.
It is
If
amazing.
you swallow it whole and you don't make the noise in the camera, it's delicious.
It's real. Look, freshly fried food is good.
Oh, natural.
Any-
Wow, Shlomi, this is amazing.
They were
All right.
amazing without the spice also.
No,
I wouldn't know. I
No,
only
this
tasted it
is
with
next
the spice.
level. Shlomi,
no, I
this is
want to
next
try
level.
one with the spice. Which one?
The mock crab cakes are like the side.
The
This
le-
is
the
like
one in the front, yeah.
the top.
This
is
one.
amazing.
This one is the one.
Yeah, it's
okay.
very
Now
good.
I'm trying one, and the Aussies makes a delicious dipping sauce as well. Send some down to that guy over there.
You have this in bulk?
Send it out to the audience.
You could make it.
Collab. This is delicious.
Very rude to chew in the camera now.
It's chewing. No, but they want to hear noise, you know.
Oh.
Naomi's eating again. She is always eating.
So what do you think about it?
It's outrageous.
It's good, right?
I know that people from out of town, we have listeners all over, tons of them in Israel. We need
Oh.
to get some of this to them.
I forgot the most important thing. Our website is going live within 2 weeks.
So people can.
It's good that you remember.
Yeah, it's good. I
Very
remember that.
good
Thank you for
remember
bringing it
that.
up. Our website is going live in 2 weeks. We will be doing more areas now for deliveries than we do currently. And
Okay.
you should stay tuned on Aussie's Instagram. Follow us, and you'll be the first to know.
Aussie's Fish Talk.
AussiesFish.com or on Instagram at AussiesFish.
Okay,
And
amazing.
you're in a few supermarkets.
Yes, we are in
Muncie,
a few,
because
not in Muncie, a few supermarkets in the 5 towns. We are in Aaron's in Queens. We are in Aaron's in West Orange. We are in Glotmart in Brooklyn, Flatbush, and Gourmet Glot in Brooklyn also.
Fantastic. So you have your options in the tri-state area.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. All right, now, Rabbi Hecht. Kabbalah. What does Kabbalah mean?
The literal definition is to receive. The tradition received with the rest of the Torah at Mount Sinai by Moshe Rabbeinu, receiving from the Almighty. But this is the Sod part of the Torah, the secrets of the Torah, that which was generally up until the last few millennials, last few generations, was not really studied. And my goal in this book is to show the spiritual dimension of eating. We know it's a fundamental part of Yiddishkeit. It's a fundamental part of Judaism to eat, right? We get ready for Shabbos, we cook, and we sit, and we enjoy food. Why are we enjoying the food? What's the purpose that a main part of Shabbos, a main part of Yom Tov, a main part of the Sabbath and the holidays is what? Is to eat. And therefore, there's got to be a spiritual reason. There's got to be a deeper dimension to it. That's the goal of the book. And then along with it, we threw in a few recipes. Why not?
Right, the whole back section has got some traditional recipes from your family. Are these your family recipes?
Everything is in
From
there.
cholent to challah. For each holiday, there's a recipe guide as well. So it's really... By the way, that fig salad looks amazing.
All right.
And figs are in season right now, so I'm going to see if I can get some...
We're just missing it.
I'm get the answer. I have my resources. We'll have to get a case.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But they looked amazing, and I love that the fact that you have like really like yummy pesto powder. Is that what you made us?
Yeah, I made
And that's
that. yeah.
this. Okay.
I don't think this isn't the other one is in the book. so.
Okay. Well, it was delicious.
Well, if you find it, you'll let me know.
All right.
Tell everybody how to make that? Or no?
Do I want to tell everyone? That's for the next cookbook.
Okay,
That's
fine.
Yeah, but it's a sneak preview. How many recipes I've given
No,
away
I
from my
told
book?
Shlomi Klein he's going to feature it in Fleischik, so I cannot.
Yeah. Special reveal. Okay, so
And the greatest way of delivering home a message is through a story. So I used both stories of Chazal, but more importantly, the great stories of our Hasidic masters, to bring home the point of all connected to food and around food.
So what I've noticed with each story, like this one is called The Mystical Cakes, and at the end of each story, you have a teaching point, right?
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little bit more?
That is the story is the entertaining element of seeing how food plays a role in Judaism and Yiddishkeit, and the teaching is to look for the deeper dimension within that story and within food itself.
And to have table discussion.
Sure.
Right. So we read every either Friday night or Shabbat day, depends on what time of the year it is. We read some stories with the kids, right? So
and you turn it into discussion afterwards?
and we turn it into a discussion,
Oh, nice.
so, right? So this would be a really good book.
I read at my Shabbos table as well, but my kids don't like it because I usually read halachas to deal with Shabbos. I'm the boring father that brings
Right.
the...
So no, we want.
So maybe if I
we
start
want a little musser, a little life lesson, because the kids these days have got a lot of challenges, right? And it also depends on the ages of the kids.
Can I chime in here?
Yes.
Sure. I'd say...
Can we hear Shlomi Klein? Can we hear?
Oh, but in the background of it.
I
Okay.
don't know if the rabbi is aware. Do you know what your last name means?
My last name is a fish.
Hecht.
It's a little bit hashkafa pratis who you have.
Is it?
Oh, really? Hecht means fish?
Pike.
Fish.
Pike, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that even.
Yeah.
Right?
Is your grandfather mentioned or have any interesting stories in the book?
I don't think so.
Right. You have a big Hecht family, correct?
Well,
And you all wear maroon yarmulkes. Is that that's
only
a
the
Hecht?
real ones.
Only the real ones.
No.
Right? No, I noticed. So, I spent Shabbos, thanks to Shlomi, with Rabbi Penny Hecht in Cape Town.
Uh-huh.
He's your cousin.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, my first cousin.
Okay. They showed me a picture of the ganze Mishpacha.
All right. that's
Amazing.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a kind of book that, here's an example, but is the food kosher? So you have a story and then a teaching point afterwards. So we would read the story, open it up for discussion at the table, and then we'd read the little bit at the end.
Okay, that's good.
I think it's great. Kids really need that, especially depends on the age.
It's very
of the
interesting
kids,
because recently I had a family that came to me who had one of their children struggling with Yiddishkeit, a teenager, and I told them that I believe the key to warm a person's heart, it's not the Rebbe spoke about it, but warm a person's heart to Yiddishkeit is let them read Hasidic stories. Because it gives you it gives you a love for why we do many of the things we do. Unfortunately, a lot of our practices could be dry. It's robotic. Waking up every morning and davening. Ask my 14-year-old kid. It's even for me, certainly for him. It can be a little challenging, and you need that warmth, and you need that heart within your daily activities. And Hasidic tales, tales of Gedolim as well, but
I love it.
specific does give that to you. So, and as growing up in a Hasidic home, stories were a focal part of daily life and daily activities, and there's a story for every occasion.
Right.
So
Our Rabbi Weinberger, he always Eish Kodesh. He's not Chabad, but very close with Chabad, and he's Hasidic. And he also starts off every Dvar Torah with a Hasidic tale. It's nice. It's very much warms the heart. It's a lot of togetherness also.
yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a favorite story? Something that's affected you personally?
It's a very, very good question. I'm not so sure. My favorite stories are not necessarily around food. Actually, my favorite story is Rav Shua of Apt story and Rabbi Elimelech Lezhent's two different stories. But on a short note, there's a famous story of Rabbi Elimelech Lezhent's and Rav Zusha Manapal, two great Hasidic masters, brothers, and they were exact opposite personalities. One was very studious and very serious, and the other one was more comical, had maybe you could say a better sense of humor, or a different sense of humor, and a lot of tales. And Reb Zusha Anapala used to say, when I come up to Olam Amis, when I come up to the heavenly tribunal, I'm not worried they're going to ask me, why wasn't I as good as Rav Elimelech, his older brother? But rather, I'm going to worry, why wasn't I the best I can be? And every day throughout life, that is a story that I think about. We get so caught up with Instagram and social media, or looking at other people's lives, we forget to look internally. What about living up to my potential? What difference can I make today? And we live in a world of looking at everybody else. It's a very, very big challenge.
He's 100%.
Especially in the Orthodox world, where our kids go to school together. The social peer pressure is greater in many different ways, and therefore it's very, very important to turn the mirror, inwards. The eyes inwards and look.
I love that. I love that message. So appropriate for this day and age,
Yeah.
So I feel that because all the kids are home and because everyone's home a lot more, people are busier with their Instagrams and their TikToks. And I didn't get into TikTok, but
Not yet.
no,
Not yet.
I will not go down that rabbit hole. I keep saying, say Tehillim or something. Do not. You've already got Facebook and Instagram. Just do not go. So, okay, thank you, ZK. I got the 5-minute.
5 minutes. We
Warning.
got
I
to
got the
come. 5 minutes. We got to
5-minute
come back
warning.
to the fish, which is more important.
No, we got to bring it all together. They're actually a big mitzvah of eating fish, right? Like, especially on Rosh Hashanah.
In Kabbalah, I don't know if I'm on or not, but in Kabbalah it's brought down. Rabbi Hannah Epstein says that you have to have fish under every Shabbos. It's saking the neshamas that are recreated when a person dies. Your neshama is in some way, maybe the rabbi could explain this a little better to me, but your neshama is somehow recreated as some sort of gilgul in an animal. And it's brought down that a lot of times it's fish, and that's why we're supposed to eat fish on Shabbos to masakin those neshamas. Maybe the rabbi could elaborate.
So
on
it's not guaranteed. That
I didn't say it's guaranteed,
yeah.
but listen, it's good for business.
It is possible.
But also, I grew up every Friday night.
I cannot.
Fish on the table, usually herring.
You cannot. It is not Shabbos without fish in my house.
So
You can't. It's not.
yeah.
It's not.
Well, that's different. But you only serve fish.
All right.
No, there is.
Eating the prophets.
We actually, I always tell my mother, Shabbos and Shabbos without chicken soup because I love chicken soup. It can be 100 degrees outside. I love chicken soup.
It's funny. My wife is the same way. She needs chicken soup 12 months a year. I never eat chicken soup.
My
on
husband
Shabbos.
doesn't. My husband doesn't
If
like
I
soup.
if I eat chicken soup at the table, I cannot eat anything
else. Yeah. So at least you have the fish and then the soup and a little flesh, But
If I skip the soup, I can make it the flesh. Otherwise, I'm finished.
okay, so we've got we covered all the questions. I'm just making sure I had some really good questions for you, but I think that last one that you left with us, a beautiful message.
Since we're at the last few moments, I really want to thank you for allowing me to join you today. And it was a great pleasure and surprise. I have Ozzy here
the Aussies fish.
Yeah, the Aussies.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Can we just talk? How can people get this book? I got an advance copy. Yeah. When is this book hitting the
book
shelf?
Is coming out November 3rd. Pre-advanced sales is on Amazon.
Okay.
Actually, last week we hit number 1 in Jewish books on sales on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
week,
amazing.
This week I'm not doing so well.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I think this week is only political book selling.
Prime Day.
Yeah,
Prime Day. Okay, fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic.
Well, I'm not such an item they would buy on Prime Day, unfortunately.
Yeah, I buy when I need it. I don't go out and wait.
And then all the local Judaica stores.
Okay, fantastic.
And I've been very, very blessed. Our publisher, Monkfish Publishing.
I was going to ask you. That was my last question. Who was your publisher?
It's a
Monkfish.
Monkfish, tray fish.
Oh, there you go. Everything.
There we go.
Everything is fish. See, you're
masaking the monkfish.
That's it. So Monkfish Publishing is a publisher that mainly focuses on books of spirituality. This is the first book, both food related, but the first book that is coming out from an Orthodox author, and they're amazing. They're truly amazing, and we hope the book is a success.
Well, let's all make it a success.
Oh, I meant success in the effect. Of course, sales would be wonderful.
Sales and our neshamas all should rise very quickly. Grab the book on Amazon. Is it Prime Day? Do they get it? I don't know if Prime. When they listen, Prime will be over. But go grab a copy right now in pre-orders. I'd like to thank Moshe Schonfeld from Aussie's Fish for cooking us up a big
Thank you for
storm over
having us.
here.
Thank you for having us.
And really, we're very excited to have lunch afterwards. Rabbi Hannah Hecht, all the way from Dutchess County, right?
Yeah, Rhinebeck.
Rhinebeck.
Wow.
Rhinebeck. Sounds like a small town in Europe.
Actually, it's the
Probably.
sister city is a German Rheinbach. It's from the
Oh,
Rhine.
there
in
you go.
Germany,
From
yeah.
the Rhine. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
For joining us today, bringing us his sense of humor, his Kabbalah, his halacha, just his wisdom, and his book. I'd like to invite you all to stay listening to music sponsored by our friends at Kedem, right up until Lichtbenching. I want to wish you all a good Shabbos. And next week, another amazing show coming at you. Good Shabbos!